All right. How do you get consistent wholesale deals from wholesaling real estate on Zillow, okay, with no money? Okay, even if you have money, you want to follow what I'm going to say, but this is specifically for those people who have never closed a deal before and you don't have any money for marketing, you don't have any money for a dialer, you don't have any money to skip trace, you don't have money to pull list, you don't have money for any of that. I'm gonna show you how to do it. This is how you do it on Zillow, okay? Zillow is how I made my first $22,000 a month, okay? I made a lot of money from wholesaling real estate on Zillow, okay? So it's gonna be different if you're like actually fixing, flipping, rehabbing houses, or you're doing whatever, just any other business model. This is specifically for wholesaling real estate with $0, okay? So we're gonna be on Zillow. If you want to go into depth about how I, talk to sellers on Zillow and, what I do, the process to get them locked up under contract and all that, go watch my other YouTube videos. This is just for the people who kind of understand, what to say and all that. This is how you consistently, if you follow what I'm going to say, you will consistently get deals, wholesale deals. It's a fact. If you do what I say, you will consistently, there's no special whatever formula. Like, if you do what I say in this video, I promise you will at least get one wholesale deal a month, minimum. You just have to be consistent with it for about 60 to 90 days. Because any business, it takes momentum to get it lifted off the ground. Okay, so if you do these numbers, it'll take, there's a 2-month buffering period, because you got to get something under contract, then you have to wait for the closing and all that other stuff. So 60 to 90 days, 60 to 90 days is where it should take off, and you will be doing consistently. If you consistently do this every day, you will consistently have at least minimum a deal a month for free. All right, let's get into it. So consistent deals. How do you get consistent deals? How do you know what's consistent? How do you know what to do and how much to do in order to get consistency? Because consistency, to a degree, is predictable, like predictability. I will do this no matter what, so it's predictable. Like, I'm gonna do that, right? So, consistent money, predictable money. When you're in business, you can project how much money you're going to make for the year based off of your current numbers and the numbers you plan on doing. So this is how you get that, right? It's KPIs, your key performance indicators. Okay? For a lot of different businesses, this could be many different things for many different businesses. But in wholesaling real estate, some people might have a few extra, but they at least have these. In any wholesale real estate business, they're at least going to have these KPIs: conversations, offers, and contracts. Let me explain a little bit more what KPI is. These are the indicators. These are keys that indicate your performance. So how much money we're making is dependent upon how many conversations we have, how many offers we make, and how many contracts we get signed. Okay, so based on these, this is going to indicate what our performance is going to be money-wise or whatever. Like, our money is dependent upon these things no matter what. Understand that there is something called income producing activities. There's busy work, and then there's income producing activities. A lot of people, they just get stuck at their desk and they think that because they sat at their desk for 3 hours, they did 3 hours of work. That's not true. You need income producing activities. And if you consistently do a certain amount of income producing activities every single day, it will produce income. Does that make sense? That's what this is. KPIs, key performance indicators, are also income producing activities. IPA. So this is what's going to determine whether or not you're going to get a deal in a month or two. I guarantee you, right? If you're a winner and you're really willing to grow, listen to what I'm about to say, okay? I'm talking to somebody who they've been wholesaling for 6 months, or they've been wholesaling for a year. I get that sometimes. Sometimes I have people tell me they've been wholesaling for 3 years and they still have not closed a deal. Okay? It's easy. I could tell them to their face why, but because most of the time they're losers make excuses. Okay? So let's take somebody who says they haven't got a wholesale deal in 6 months. I'm gonna say, okay, how many conversations did you have this past week? Okay, how many offers? How many legit offers? And I mean real offers, right? If you want to go into my definition for each KPI, go watch my other videos or become a student. But how many offers have you made this week? Genuinely, how many offers did you make? Well, I made 2 yesterday, I think. The day before that, it was my mom's birthday, and then I had to walk the dog. Oh, yesterday I kind of wasn't feeling it. They don't know. The point is they don't know. They don't know how many offers they made. But if you could keep track of how many offers you make, you could keep track of how much money you're going to make. I guarantee it. And once you get those numbers dialed in for a period of 60 to 90 days, you could see exactly how many offers it takes to make X amount of money. Does that make sense? So KPIs, numbers, businesses run on numbers. That's just what it is. Every business, they either hire a CPA or a bookkeeper or somebody to keep track of the numbers, because if you don't keep track of your numbers, then you're not gonna, you don't know how much money you're gonna make. So anyways, back to the analogy. If I ask a person who says they haven't made a wholesale deal in 6 months, I say, all right, how many offers did you make this past month? I don't know. That's why you haven't got a wholesale deal. You don't even know what you're doing. You have no structure in what you're doing. You have to have structure. Businesses have to have structure. Now, can you get lucky and just hustle your ass off and just get a deal because you hustle so hard? Yeah. But I guarantee you, if you go back and study the metrics of your hustle, you'll see that it took this many offers to make this amount of dollars. You could do that with anything. All right, so let's get into it. These are the KPIs. 20 conversations, legit conversations. My definition of a conversation is when I say a sentence to someone, whether verbally on the phone or through text, and then they respond with a sentence back. They respond back. That's a conversation for me. Okay? Now, I also have more definitions that go into these conversations. For me, 5 conversations have to be verbal conversations on the phone with new sellers, people who want to sell their home, i.e. Zillow. 5 of these have to be new Zillow leads that I have not talked to before. And then another 5 of them have to be follow-up calls, people who I have already talked to from the past, right? Following up. So 5 of them are lead generation, 5 of them are lead management, and then the other 10 could be dispositions or anything, follow-up, text conversations, whatever. But 5 have to be lead generation and 5 have to be lead management, follow-up. Okay, now once I start getting like 6 contracts signed a month, then I'm gonna assign another 5 of those 20 to disposition, solely focused on disposition. So it'll be 5 conversations with new people that want to sell their house, 5 follow-up conversations with people I've already talked to, 5 disposition conversations, and 5 conversations that'll usually, if I'm at a stage to where I'm consistently getting 4 to 6 contracts signed a month, those are probably transaction coordinating. So talking to title companies, talking to JV partners if I have them, stuff like that. But 20 conversations a day, minimum. That's the minimum. Now, it's going to be harder to get this in the beginning because it's mainly going to be new people that you're talking to. You're going to try to get 20 new people on the phone every day for a long time. But as you start getting a lot of contracts signed and you're doing a lot of stuff, it's easier to have 20 conversations, okay? 3 offers a day. Remember those 5 conversations that I had to be with new sellers? Well, 3 of them I have to make an offer on. And an offer call should be at least you want to aim for 30-minute phone calls, offer calls. 30-minute offer calls. If you could do that every single day, so that's an hour and a half of talk time. Look, bro, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm telling you, this is the magic formula. 3 offers. The conversations, that's free game right there. Soak that in and write that down, what I said, because it's free game. I guarantee you, I said in the beginning, if you follow this, it's about a 60 to 90 day buffer time, but around 60 to 90 days, I promise you will have a wholesale deal. I know this stuff like the back of my hand. Anyways, 3 offers. In all 3 of the offers, you want to be 30 minutes each. 30 minutes each talk time. If you have nothing to talk about or you don't know how to hold a conversation, learn. That's where all these like tweaks come from. Like, this is the perfect formula. 30-minute phone calls on every offer. Okay? If it's even if it's not a deal, even if you're talking, it's one of those days where you're kind of burnt out and you're just going through the motions and you're just doing it because because I told you. You're just doing it because you don't even know if it's going to work. You just have faith in what I'm saying. That's good, because all you need is just do it, and I promise it'll work. So if it's one of those days to where you're talking, you actually got somebody on the phone finally, and they're trying to rush you off the phone, and you know it's not even a deal. He says he's not budging from his price. So what? Keep him on the phone for 30 minutes and give him an offer and check off one of your KPIs. Do it. I promise you. Some days you have to go through the motions, but what it's doing is setting you up for success. Get that rep in. Get that extra rep in. Exercise your skills. We're building skills here. Okay? So 3 offers, 30 minutes each. That's an hour and a half of talk time. Okay, and then we want 1 contract signed a week. So that's 1/7 of a contract signed a day, which, figure it out. But this right here is a full work day. I don't care what anybody says. If you are a solopreneur and you are doing this by yourself and you're wearing all the hats, you don't have any money, you're not spending money on marketing, you don't have cold callers, it's just you and Zillow. This is a full work day. This takes energy. If you do this, you go F off the rest of the day. Okay? But this right here is what's needed. This is a full work day. You understand? So each work day is going to be at least an hour and a half, because that's all 3 offers. But then you need to have, more conversations. 17 more conversations. Okay, but if you do this in one day, like when I was in Houston and I came out there, put my back against the wall, and I was like hustling to make it happen, to grow my business, and I didn't have a dollar to my name, like, if I did this, I could sleep at night. If I did not do this, it was very hard for me to sleep at night. It was very hard. But if you could do this in one day, you're good. Go take a break. Go relax. Go do something else, because I'm telling you, this is all you need. This right here is all you need. 20 conversations, 3 offers, and 1 contract signed a week. You can make a lot of money by yourself, no money spent. So that equates to 140. This is a 7-day-a-week thing though. This is 24/7, 365. That's another thing that you need to get straight. Okay, I'm not gonna go into the details of how to structure your life to where this is easy for you, but you need to figure that out. Set up your environment, set up your room, your living situation in a way to where you make sure that you get this done every day. every day, Monday through Sunday. Okay, so 140 conversations a week, 21 offers a week, 1 contract a week. Yep, and that equates to 600 conversations a month, 90 offers a month, 4 contracts signed a month. I promise you, do this for 60 to 90 days, you will get a deal. Keep it up, you will always get a deal. You will always get a deal. Then once you have that money, now you could pay other people to have these KPIs running, right? It takes a while to get to where you're completely out of the business, but at least like that's how the process would go. It would start to go in that direction. At first, you have to keep these KPIs alive. Then once you make some money, you could pay to keep the KPIs alive. Then eventually the KPIs alive, and then eventually you could step out of the business completely and you just have a wholesale business that's in the background running, making you money. Make sense? I hope this helps you guys. Okay? If you're struggling to get your first wholesale deal, right? If you're struggling to get your first wholesale deal and you want an environment in a community of like-minded individuals, right? If you want to be coached one-on-one every day by me, you want to call me up whenever, ask me questions. You don't have to go on YouTube. You don't have to do the research yourself, which is good, but you could just call me up. You could just ask me a question, text me. I'll help you get through it. You need motivation. You need a support system. If you need extreme accountability, if you want to work with me one-on-one, so I will make you get your first wholesale deal in 90 days or less. I guarantee that. 90 days or less, you will get your first wholesale deal. Okay, we aim for about 10 grand in 90 days or less. Just DM me on Instagram. Okay, my Instagram is going to be down in the description below. If you want the script I use for wholesaling real estate on Zillow, just DM me or email me. My email is going to be in the description below. If you want my contracts, my purchase and sale agreement that I use specifically for wholesaling real estate, just email me. My email is going to be in the description below. If you got any value out of this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment. I want to know what you guys think. Have you done this before? What are your KPIs? What are you guys' KPIs? Let me know, because I guarantee this works. Your KPIs at least have to be this or more. So, comment. Let me know. I want to know. And subscribe to the channel because I'm dropping weekly videos. You know the deal. All right? Oh, and follow me on Instagram. All right, y'all. Stay motivated.